Welcome to the late night cricket show, dear friends and subscribers. On this late night, on the daily cricket show, in the sense this Saturday late night daily cricket show, what we are going to look at, yes, we are going to definitely look at the match which is happening in the United Arab Emirates in Dubai, where Australia are really in the dumps right now and Pakistan are scenting victory, because it's a huge task for Australia on a pitch which is turning, and Australia have a very big task to accomplish of 379 runs that they have to get tomorrow on the final day of this test match to save them. So the only way that Australia can do it is to see whether they can play out for a draw. Other than that, there is absolutely no escape route for Australia from jail tomorrow. So I'll be talking about that. And today, once again, Younis Khan, today the other day he equaled the record of Inzamam ul Haq with the maximum number of hundreds for Pakistan, which was 25. Today he broke that record, and now Younis Khan holds the proud record of being the highest century maker for Pakistan with 26 centuries. Not only that, he had back-to-back centuries in this test match, which was great. Not only that, he also, the other day we saw that Younis Khan became the first person to actually have centuries against all test teams from Pakistan. But today, and this was the team, Australia was the team where Younis Khan has never got a century, and what a moment for him. Younis Khan, such a gentleman of the game, in fact had 2 centuries under his belt in the same innings, and that's what enabled Pakistan to declare the innings closed at 286 for 2 declared, setting Australia a target of 438 runs for victory, and especially considering the ball is turning, we are getting into the final day. As I said, I don't see any escape route for Australia. I'll be talking about this particular match. Australia are placed at 59 for 4 at close of play on the 4th day of this first test match here at the Dubai International Cricket Ground. So I'll come back to that later. And what else? The other thing that we are going to look at in this Cricket Happening show is, in fact, today it was the start of the Bangladesh-Zimbabwe series. In fact, Zimbabwe, as you know, are touring Bangladesh. Today was the first day of the first test match here at the Sher-e-Bangla Stadium in Mirpur. And for Bangladesh, the good thing was that Shakib Al Hasan was making his comeback, and you can see what a huge difference he has already made today. And on a pitch, definitely assisting spinners, where the ball was really having some bite. And Shakib Al Hasan himself said that he has not seen a pitch at the Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium in Mirpur actually bouncing so much. Not only that, so it was good. The spinners were absolutely in their element today. It was led by Shakib Al Hasan with 6 wickets for 59 runs on his comeback, and the Zimbabweans were all out for 240. And as I said, this pitch is not easy. We saw that Tamim Iqbal was dismissed by a lifter from Tinashe Panyangra, and Bangladesh replied with 27 for 1 at close of play. So we'll look at that. But as I said, the concentration will be on the Australia versus Pakistan match. As I said, this match is really building up, and tomorrow is the final day, and let's see what really happened on the 4th day here at the Dubai International Cricket Ground. Well, Pakistan resumed at their overnight total with both their batsmen undefeated, the openers, and there was only, and today when the score reached 71, the first wicket fell, and what a catch that was taken by Brad Haddin, and the bowler was Steve O'Keefe, the left-arm spinner, and Azhar Ali took a, in fact Azhar Ali was the victim, as Brad Haddin took a wonderful catch to actually give Australians an early breakthrough in the morning session. But well, all the joy was actually short-lived after that breakthrough, as then there happened to be 2 centuries coming in with Ahmed Shahzad and Younis Khan in the middle. Well, Younis Khan was in no hurry today. He really bided his time at the crease. Even though Pakistan needed quick runs to really pile on the pressure, Younis Khan took his time at the crease. At the other end, they had Ahmed Shahzad also playing very well. Both of them were interspersing their defense with offense, and Ahmed Shahzad also had the proud privilege of going to his second test match century, as he became the third centurion in this test match. Fourth centurion in total, but the third centurion for Pakistan, as Ahmed Shahzad made 131 runs. As I said, it was a real toil for the Australian bowlers. In fact, I would say that one has to praise Younis Khan from 71 for 1. Look at what the second wicket partnership did. It really went to great proportions, and that's what enabled Pakistan to declare it 286 for 2. The only wicket going was Ahmed Shahzad, who went on to, in the company of Younis Khan, he really prospered. Well, if you look at the partnership that happened, it was a 167 run partnership for the 168 run partnership for the second wicket between Ahmed Shahzad, who contributed 131 runs with 10 fours and 4 sixes, and that would give him lots of confidence now. Ahmed Shahzad slowly but surely, I would say, cementing his place as an opener in the Pakistan Test team here. And Ahmed Shahzad definitely showed a lot of application, a lot of maturity. Not only that, there was a time when Ahmed Shahzad came out of the crease with his twinkling feet and launched the spinners for 4 sixes in that knock of 131. Younis Khan, let me tell you, one of the sixes that he hit was something which was really surprising, as Younis Khan hit a beautiful flat six of the bowling of Johnson over the cover region. And Younis Khan, let me tell you, Younis Khan and Ahmed Shahzad blunted the Australian pace attack and the spin attack to such a degree, with Younis Khan playing with great confidence, especially after his century in the first innings. And what one saw, it was a difficult pitch. There was turn in the wicket, but one has to credit both Ahmed Shahzad and Younis Khan for dealing with the spinner Steve O'Keefe and Nathan Lyon in the best possible manner, and Younis Khan in particular bringing all his experience to the fore as he swept and reverse swept the spinners to really give them no chance. And as Michael Clarke, the Australian captain, alluded to it by saying that Younis Khan's innings was a real gem, because under the circumstances on a difficult pitch where it was some trying conditions with the spinners really turning the ball, Younis Khan was absolutely equal to the challenge, and he finished with an unbeaten 103 with 6 fours and 2 sixes. And Ahmed Shahzad was the other wicket to go. LBW bowled O'Keefe for 131. Younis Khan was not out on 103 when Misbah ul Haq called his boys over and declared the innings closed. Sarfaraz Ahmed was not out on 15, and Pakistan declaring at 286 for 2, thus setting Australia a huge target of 438 runs to win the match. Let's have a look at the bowling as far as Australians were concerned. Mitchell Johnson, 12 overs, 2 maidens, none for 34, bowled well. Siddle, 14 overs, 5 maidens, none for 44. Nathan Lyon, 18 overs, none for 72. Steve O'Keefe, I thought, bowled well. 27 overs, 3 maidens, 112 runs and 2 wickets. And 7 overs, 1 maiden, none for 19 for Mitchell Marsh. Now, as far as Australia were concerned, the openers strode on to the wicket, and Australia, the opening partnership, it was a decent partnership between Chris Rogers and David Warner. And what was good to see was Misbah ul Haq's captaincy. He did not give any bowler a long run. He decided to see what was there in the pitch by first giving 1 over to Imran Khan with the new ball, then he gave 1 over to Rahat Ali, then he gave 1 over to Mohammad Hafiz, the spinner, then he had Zulfikar Babar getting 1 over, and also brought in Yasir Shah. In fact, he probably was experimenting, and I think that is a nice way, in the sense Misbah ul Haq wanted to waste no time, and he wanted to find who is the best bowler among all, so that he could actually get the best combination going against the Australians. And that was something I thought that was, even though people will feel with the new ball, what was Misbah ul Haq doing? I think that was another ploy, because probably Misbah ul Haq wanted to make sure that he gets the Australians on the ropes, in the sense by really making some changes and really not allowing them to settle down to a what you call a similar line and length. And that's what he did, and he shuffled his bowlers. And but David Warner and Rogers definitely went through that session not comfortably, because we definitely saw the ball was turning, and in fact it was Zulfikar Babar and Yasir Shah really posing problems to the batsman. Well, Chris Rogers was there along with David Warner, but it all started when the score had reached 44, when David Warner was really fooled by a very good delivery from Zulfikar Babar, where he actually was probably thought the ball was going to go straight, and the ball turned. It was all over for David Warner as Sarfraz Ahmed had whipped off the bails to send David Warner to the pavilion. Stumped Sarfraz Ahmed, bowled by Zulfikar Babar for 29 runs with 3 fours. So that made the score 44 for 1. Alex Doolan walked in. As you know, Alex Doolan really struggled in the last innings, in the first innings, and once again that was the case. He did not know where the ball was when Zulfikar Babar and Yasir Shah was bowling, and finally he was a victim as Zulfikar Babar had him LBW with an arm ball for a duck. So Alex Doolan continued his poor form in this particular test match. He was gone for a blob. So that made the score 44 for 2. The same score, Alex Doolan really struggled against Zulfikar Babar. So Zulfikar Babar picking up a wicket of Warner in the first ball, and then with 5 balls troubling Doolan, he picked up Doolan's wicket in the last delivery. So that made the score 44 for 2. And then in walked in the Australian captain Michael Clarke. And we all know that Michael Clarke is the best player of spin as far as Australia is concerned with all his experience. But let me tell you, Yasir Shah, the right arm leg spinner, was into business right away as Michael Clarke was gone. This was a very good delivery from Yasir Shah, and Michael Clarke probably thought the ball would be probably turning, but instead it was Yasir Shah who was getting some good depth, and he actually had trapped Michael Clarke LBW in front of the stumps, and Michael Clarke was a goner for 3. It was LBW bowled Yasir Shah, the right arm leggy, for 3, and then Nathan Lyon, the night watchman, was sent due to the pressure created by Pakistan, but Nathan Lyon also couldn't do much, as after lasting only 3 balls, this was another 2 wickets for the spinner, as Yasir Shah, once again, Nathan Lyon was also out in the similar manner as to his captain Michael Clarke. He was also LBW bowled Yasir Shah for a duck, and that made the score at 49 for 4, and then it was only survival, and Chris Rogers, I would say, survived with an unbeaten 23 towards the close of play on the 4th day with just 1 boundary, and Stephen Smith was not out on 3, and Australia, as I said, have a Herculean task to accomplish tomorrow with 379 runs more required, and they have 6 wickets intact. Well, let's have a look at the bowling. Imran Khan, in fact, Misbah ul Haq definitely decided that he is going to use the spin as his real weapon, because he just gave 2 overs to the new ball bowlers. Imran Khan 1 over for 6 runs, Rahat Ali bowling 1 over for 10 runs, and then it was all the spinners. Mohammad Hafiz 5 overs 2 minutes, none for 12. But look at Zulfikar Babar, bowled superbly, 9 overs 3 minutes, 2 for 22. But all the talk would be about the right arm leg spinner Yasir Shah, who really I thought mesmerized the Australian batsman. The batsman had to really watch out for, because what was good about Yasir Shah was he was showing a lot of variations in his leg spin bowling, and he had all the weapons in his repertoire, and he was troubling the batsman. And Yasir Shah, look at his bowling figures: 7 overs, 1 maiden, 8 runs and 2 wickets. And as I said, the ball is turning. We are going into the 5th and final day of this test match here in Dubai. As I said, Australia right now are finding themselves in a jail, and I don't see any escape route unless and until Chris Rogers, you know, he's a bit suspect against spin, and Stephen Smith is another good player of spin after Michael Clarke, according to me. If Stephen Smith can survive, that would be great. But if at all Australia has to, as I said, it is going to be very difficult. I don't think that Australia will be getting out of jail. Probably Pakistan would be winning this test match, but well, it's cricket, so the only thing that Australia can do best is to really fight it out hard. Australia have Rogers and Smith in the middle right now, and then they have the all-rounder Mitchell Marsh coming in batting, so there's still some batting to come. One can't write off Australia, but well, what is going to be seen is that how long Australia can prolong this innings. And as I said, the only way to and drawing the matches, according to me, it's not going to be easy, with the spinners breathing round your necks tomorrow, and I'm sure Misbah-ul-Haq is going to once again attack with the spinners tomorrow in the morning, and that is going to be pretty interesting to watch. But all in all, let me just end up this cricket report with a word on Younis Khan. Now, Younis Khan, what to say about him? Today he has become the highest century maker for Pakistan in their history, with 26 centuries. Today he broke the record of Inzamam-ul-Haq of 2500. The first innings he equalled the record. In the second innings he broke the record, and Australia was one country where Younis Khan had never scored a century, and here comes Younis Khan scoring twin hundreds in the first innings and the second innings. And one has to congratulate Younis Khan. And also, as I said, it was a difficult pitch to bat on. The ball was turning, and Younis Khan had to really play well. And I thought Younis Khan really brought the experience to the fore, and he played a wonderful innings of 103. He truly deserved that century. Not only that, also enabling Pakistan to declare the innings closed. But one thing that one has to talk about Younis Khan again and again, as he is the player who has got centuries he is the player from Pakistan who has got centuries against each and every test playing nation. And let me tell you, Australia was one which he was missing, and now he's got 2 centuries against Australia. Oh, what a player, Younis Khan. Well, from here, let's leave from here now. Now, I'm taking you down to Bangladesh. We are talking about the first day's play here in Mirpur, where Zimbabwe were the ones who actually batted first. It was Zimbabwe who actually won the toss, and Brendan Taylor decided that his team will bat first. And let me tell you, now this particular pitch at the Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium in Mirpur was a pitch which was having a lot of bounce. It was having a lot of turns, so there was definitely lots of it for the spinners. And well, I thought the spinners really exploited that to a great degree, with the Zimbabwean, none of the Zimbabwe batsmen other than Sikandar Raza, who contributed 51 with 6 fours, able to go on to a big innings. As I said, the pitch was pretty difficult to bat on, and wickets started falling at regular intervals, and Zimbabwe were all out for 240. But the chief architect was the comeback man for Bangladesh. It was none other than Shakib Al Hasan, who bowled 24.5 overs, 5 maidens, 59 runs, and he scalped 6 wickets. Tajul Islam, the left-arm spinner, 13 overs, 3 maidens, 1 for 42. So all the 9 wickets falling to the spinners. Jubair Hussain, the right-arm leg spinner, was very impressive in his bowling today. It was his first match, and I thought this bloke was having all the balls that a leg spinner has to have, and especially showed a lot of confidence while bowling. And what was good to see was that he bowled the leg spin, he got the leg spinners going, he got the googlies going. He had the Zimbabwean batsman really searching, and I thought Jubair Hussain has become he was making his test debut, as you know. And what was good to see, and there was also another player who was making his test debut today, and that was Tafadzwa Kamungozi. Now, Tafadzwa Kamungozi is a right-arm leg spinner, and he was actually making his test debut for Zimbabwe. But I thought Jubair Hussain really on his test match debut, I thought he bowled pretty well, and as I said, he was not afraid to toss the ball, and we definitely saw all glimpses of what a leg spinner normally could really bring about, and that was precisely seen today. And as I said, spinners totally dominating the day on a pitch which has already started turning on the first day itself. And as I said, Sikandar Raza was the man who contributed a very good innings of 51 with 6 fours. Vusi Subanta, the opener, once again failing. He's definitely under a lot of pressure than Vusi Subanta, the opener. He was out for 6. Probably his head would be on the block in the second test if he doesn't score the second innings, according to me. Hamilton Masakadza contributing 13 with 2 fours. Brendan Taylor, the captain, making 28 with 3 fours and 1 6. Chigumbra making 29 for 4 fours. Craig Irvine making 34 of 5 fours. As I said, nobody was able to go on to a big innings other than Sikandar Raza. Chakabwa making 25 with 1 4 and 1 6. John Nimbu was out for 14. Panyangra was out for 8 with 1 4 and 1 6. Chatara was not out on 14, and Kamungozi on his debut was out for 5. So as I said, the bowling figures I've already spoken about as far as the spinners are concerned. Jubair Hussain, the right arm leggy, on his test debut. 15 overs, 1 minute, 2 for 58, bowling out Zimbabwe for 240 runs. The pace bowlers, Shahzad Hussain was the one who actually, coming back into this Bangladesh team, actually provided an early breakthrough when he got rid of Vusi Subanda, which is an away moving delivery. Shahzad Hussain, 14 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 45. Al-Amin Hussain bowled 8 overs, 2 maidens, none for 22. But as was required, I thought Mushfiqur Rahim, the Bangladesh captain, definitely operated with the spinners for most of the match, most of the innings here, and that's what enabled Zimbabwe to be. That's what enabled Bangladesh to bowl out Zimbabwe for 240 runs. Bangladesh in their first innings, they finished at 27 for 1, but as I said, this pitch not only giving turn to the spinners, it's also having a very good bounce. So Shakib Al Hassan said at the post-match press conference that he has never seen a Mirpur pitch behave in such a manner that the ball is lifting awkwardly, and we definitely saw that thing happening when Tinashe Panyangra was bowling to Tamim Iqbal, and that was the only wicket that Bangladesh lost towards the close of play. That was opener Tamim Iqbal, who got a real lifter from Panyangra, and Tamim Iqbal was trying to drop his wrist, but well, it was all over, as it had already, the ball had flown off the bat, and Masakadze had taken the catch, and Tamim Iqbal was gone, becoming a victim of Panyangra for 5 with no boundaries. So, and then finally Bangladesh at close of play, ending at 27 for 1. Shamsur Rahman was not out on 8. Momin ul Haq was not out on 14. 27 for 1 was the final score at close of play on the first day of the first test match of the test series between Bangladesh and Zimbabwe. As far as the bowling figures were concerned, Tanisha Panyangra 5 overs, 1 for 20. Chatara 5 overs, 2 minutes, 1 for 5. Chigumbra bowled 1 over, and we saw John Nimbu in action with 1 over for 2 runs, his right arm off spinners. But one thing I would like to tell you here, Bangladesh also have to play well, because as I said, this is not an easy pitch. There is bounce, there is spin, there is turn, everything is available, and I'm sure Bangladesh have to really show a lot of maturity. They have to show a lot of application and dedication to get over this, even though Zimbabwe definitely have some good bowlers, but as far as spin is concerned, Zimbabwe definitely have like Kamungozi, who is making his test debut, is a right arm leg spinner, and especially when the ball is turning, the right arm leg spinners can play a good role. We saw Jubair Hussain, the right arm leg spinner, making a real impression there. So all in all, I think Bangladesh, it will be an interesting match tomorrow on the second day, to see how Bangladesh actually cope up with the Zimbabwean spinners. Well, dear fans and subscribers, this has become a long YouTube broadcast, unfortunately, I would say. But thanks for your regular watching of this Cricket Happening show, and also for your regular encouragement on this Cricket Happening show. Your host Ram would like to say good night today. Thank you.